So now we are going to sandwich and layer our cakes with our whipped cream. This is just 1.5 cup of whipped cream, and our bowl is almost full. It's even full. So now, you all know I love to layer my cakes in different colors. So I start with my strawberry. I go ahead and add in my coconut. Then I add in my red velvet, followed by my lemon cake. Then chocolate comes in last. I haven't still gotten the height I want, so I'm going to add in one last flavor. Then we can crumb coat and do the beautiful design our client requested for. She chose shades of orange, so we're going to do orange, a lighter shade of orange, which is peach or coral. Then we do a white cream. It's for a photographer, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. So I'm going to add in my last layer again, which is our yummy red velvet cake. So once I'm done, I'm going to secure my cake layers with skewer. It's going far. It's going really far. So I have to make sure my layers are intact. I'm just going to gently push in my skewer. What you normally do is you make sure you are pushing them together. So we have our first two. I normally push double inside, so I don't end up having my layers shifting by the time I'm done. So this is also another trick. You can push in a lot of skewers into your cake to make sure your layers are all held down together before transporting them. You know how bad our roots can be sometimes. So you just add in a lot of together. They will just show out the skewers, so you don't need to worry about that. Alright, so we go back to our turntable. Then we crumb coat this and do the final coating. You don't even need to refrigerate before you finish with your final coating. So we are just going to crumb coat our whole cake with our lush whipped cream. You have to make sure you've secured your cake with skewers or dowel rods. And we coat this whole cake, smoothen it out. Then we go to doing our final design. If you're still watching and you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do, and like the video as well. You can share with your friends to also learn something new. I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. So our client chose a color. She chose shades of orange. So we have orange, we have a lighter shade of orange, let's say peach, and we have white here. So that's what you're going to use for the cake. So we've already colored this and kept in the refrigerator for some time now. You're just going to gently spread this. Then once we are done, we add in our second color. We're going to add in our second color. You can use anything that works perfectly for you. You can choose to use palette knife. You can choose to use your spatula. Anything that works for you, you just go in for it. We are adding in our second shade. our last shade is going to be white. Then we scrape everything off and add our printed out toppers. So we are going to add in our last color, which is our white. Of course, this looks like a mess, but once you are done, you're just going to love the final outcome. We're just going to add in our white and scrape off everything. You can also choose to use piping bag. I'm not a fan of piping bag because it wastes a lot of cream. With a piping bag, you end up wasting a whole lot of cream. So you end up giving the client a lot of cream instead of cake. I'm just going to add in the final ones. Then we can reach out for our smoother and water. I hope you are learning something new. So now we have our 3 shades. I'm just going to dish them out into their respective containers. And any part that doesn't have enough cream, we just add a little bit more, just like here for instance. I'm going to add in a partial amount of cream to fill in those gaps and intervals. I guess you already love the design, it's beautiful. I also love it too. I was doubting the colors would work with the toppers, but I think it's not a bad try. We're just going to do a final scraping. Alright, so I think this is the only part that needs a little bit filler. Once you're done, you check if your cake is well coated. If you still need to fill some parts, why not you go ahead and add in the color you want. Then you fill in and you smoothing out again. When creating your sharp edges, you have to make sure you're getting a very super clean cake on the top and on the sides as well. You have to make sure whatever you're doing is super clean and super neat. So I'll add a little bit of orange to the base. So at this stage, you ask yourself, how am I going to start? You just gently push that in. There was nowhere left to use for your edges, so you just hold a steady angle, then you do your edges with, and have a very clean napkin or tissue with you. So as you can see, I'm looking towards the center. You gently scrape towards the center. You clean off the excess cream, then you wipe before you proceed. That is how I always get my clean and sharp edges. You create your edge, you wipe, you clean the excess, you wipe, so you are done. Then once more time, you just come around. To make sure your edge never interrupted with your whole cake design. Then we are now going to clean our cake board. Let me just come back. Alright, so now you're going to take that printed toppers to our cake. You have to make sure whatever you are doing is, when somebody sees it, they get the whole concept of whatever it is that you are doing. So now the lady who ordered the cake wanted photography, your forever love and model. So we have someone taking a photograph. So photography, we have another forever love topper here. We add that to it. So now we have photography, forever love. Then our model will be on our board to get the concept. So whatever you are doing, you have to make sure it's making at least enough sense for whoever is reading it or whoever is receiving the cake. Now you're going to push in our toppers. So we're going to add in some to the sides. So you can adjust the toppers anytime you add in extra and you think you need to adjust some. I'm going to add in cameras. And we had to do some for the sides as well. Just as I did for the graduation cake. I love photography here. We have the PNG. Like I said, anytime you add in extra toppers, you can make sure you do your adjustments, which is of course very necessary. I love adding a lot of that toppers to my cakes. we can add in our Canon camera. And our Canon camera back. So now we have this. You can even choose to add in the guy holding a camera. Then yes, we have this as well. You can omit some of them if you think it's not necessary. Okay. So now we have this beautiful concept. I hope you learned something new today. I'm Michael of M.O.D Sketching Services. Thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe and share with your friends to also learn. Thank you.